Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a bit of a shortcut, trying to get you well informed about the world of professional writing.
Yeah, and we've got some fantastic stuff to work with. Insights from Angela Hunt's Write Well newsletter. If you're interested in writing professionally, this is definitely for you.
Absolutely. Angela Hunt, over 165 books for adults and kids. She clearly knows her stuff.
Oh, for sure. So our mission today is really to, you know, distill her wisdom. We're talking language nuances, publishing business stuff, give you some real actionable takeaways.
Okay, let's unpack this then. We'll start with some interesting language quirks she mentions, then get into the techniques for crafting really compelling stories.
Right, and then touch on the practical side, the business of writing, and wrap up with the kind of mindset you need to succeed.
Sounds good. So first up, these language quirks. Maybe not stuff for your next novel, but definitely fun for conversation. You know when you mishear song lyrics? Like really badly.
Huh, yeah. You're talking about a mondegreen. That's the term for it.
Yeah.
Comes from an old Scottish ballad, apparently. Someone heard and laid him on the green as and Lady Mondegreen.
Lady Mondegreen, I love it.
It's like Phoebe from Friends singing, "Hold me closer, Tony Danza," instead of Tiny Dancer.
Oh, that's a classic.
Or Angela mentions her husband hearing Carly Simon's Underworld Spy or the wife of a close friend as the wife of a clothespin. It just shows how our ears, well, they get creative.
Hilarious. And then there's lethalogica, that thing where the word is right there.
Ugh, yes, tip of the tongue. So frustrating.
And apparently gets more common as we age.
Right.
Right. Comes from Greek, right? For forgetfulness.
Yeah, Lethe. The river of forgetfulness in Hades. So yeah, words can definitely play tricks, but let's shift to using them effectively. Angela's got some key advice, especially on punctuation.
Right, the exclamation point.
Exactly. Especially for new writers, she sees this huge overuse.
Okay, here's where it gets interesting. Her analogy is pretty intense, like a president launching an airstrike. Use them with extreme caution.
Yeah, she really means it. Use them with deliberation, reserve. Only break out the big guns when the effect is truly, truly worth it.
Wow. So why so serious about exclamation points?
Well, her point is, your words should carry the emotion. The punctuation is like a backup you shouldn't really need. If you're relying on an exclamation point, maybe the sentence itself isn't strong enough. She even uses that great Seinfeld bit, Elaine, adding exclamation points everywhere in Jake Jarmusch's manuscript because he missed one on a baby announcement.
Oh, yeah, and he hated it.
Exactly. The editor, the author, both displeased because the prose didn't earn it. It's about empowering your writing, not just, peppering it with excitement marks.
So the practical advice for you, the writer listening, go through your manuscript.
And be ruthless. Cut almost every single exclamation point.
Okay. And then her advice on word choice. Hunky nouns and adjectives versus spindly verbs. What's that about?
It's about making your words work harder. So instead of, say, he walked slow, that's a spindly verb, walked, propped up by the adverb slowly,
Right.
she wants you to find a single, stronger, hunky verb like trudged or ambled or shuffled. Let the verb itself convey the meaning, the manner of the action.
Makes sense. More direct, more vigorous.
Precisely. And it ties right into what Henry Watson Fowler advised ages ago, which she quotes. Be direct, simple, brief, vigorous, lucid. Prefer familiar words, concrete words, short words. Good, solid advice.
Okay, so from words and punctuation, let's dive deeper into story. Making your stories truly irresistible. Tension, right? That's key.
Absolutely key. And like you said, not just fight scenes. It's that pull, that need to know what happens next.
And she has a really powerful technique for this.
Yeah, giving your protagonist two desires, especially if those desires clash, if they're opposites.
Okay, like give me an example.
Well, she mentions Kevin wanting a promotion and wanting to marry his secretary, but the promotion means moving away.
Yeah.
Or think about Twilight.
Ah, yes. Edward loving Bella.
But also desperately wanting to, drink her blood. That's classic conflicting desires right there. Creates instant tension.
Though she notes that kind of faded later in the series.
True, but it was powerful initially. Other examples she gives. Katniss in the Hunger Games survive, but also protect people. Elsa in Frozen, wanting connection, but fearing her power. Ariel wanting the prince, but also her family.
Even the Apostle Paul, she points out, wrestling with wanting to be with Christ versus staying to help the Philippians.
Exactly. So the question for you, the writer, becomes, what two conflicting desires can your protagonist have? Something that forces a really tough choice.
That's a great prompt. And for smaller issues in the story, she suggests resolving them fairly quickly.
Yeah, like within 4 or 5 scenes. Keep things moving. She talks about tracking it almost like a spreadsheet. Dramatic question raised, dramatic question answered. Keep the reader engaged. Don't let things drag.
Okay. And related to that emotional core, what about sacrifice? When a hero sacrifices something.
Right. Even if they don't get their main goal, the sacrifice itself can be incredibly meaningful if it's for something, well, better. Self-sacrifice for love, for a cause that resonates deeply.
That feels like it ties directly into character development, which she talks about a lot, the inner journey.
Totally. Every good character has an obvious problem, sure,
Yeah.
and some good qualities. But the real core is that hidden need born from some past wound.
And that's not just the surface thing, right? It's deep.
Oh, yeah. It's emotional, significant, and it has to change by the end. Think Walt Kowalski in Gran Torino. Couldn't engage with his neighbors because of war trauma at the start.
Right. Or Rocky not believing in himself.
Exactly. The outer journey happens, but it's the inner transformation, resolving that hidden need that really hits home. It's often invisible, written between the lines, shown in actions and reactions.
So how do you find that hidden need for your character? She has that brilliant fill-in-the-blank sentence.
It's so good. I'm fully committed to achieving my goal of, I just don't ask me to wait, because
That second blank, that's the
Yeah.
gold.
that's the vulnerability, the core fear or block. Her example, Sheriff Brody in Jaws. I'm committed to being a good police chief, but don't ask me to go out on the water because water terrifies me. Boom. Inner conflict revealed.
And the end of the story needs to show that being resolved somehow.
Yes. The final scene should demonstrate that change, that the hidden need has been addressed or overcome.
Okay, shifting slightly, bringing scenes to life, especially emotional ones with action. That Donald Mass exercise she shares. The 3 columns.
Yeah, that's a great practical tool. Column 1, physical action, what's literally happening.
Like the hero throwing a punch.
Right. Column 2, stuff outside the immediate frame, sounds, smells, sights nearby, maybe a ticking clock, spilled beer, sirens outside.
Okay, in column 3.
The point of view character's thoughts. What's going on inside their head? Why are they angry? What are they afraid might happen next?
So it forces you to blend the external action with the internal experience and the sensory details.
Exactly. You're not just getting action or just emotion, but this rich, multi-layered scene. She uses an example from her own book, The Face.
Yeah, where a character gets shot and the details she includes.
Like the villain's belt buckle,
Yeah.
the creak of a plastic monitor, the heroine thinking about a missed vacation. It makes it so specific, so real. It's not just generic action.
That's a really cool trick, actually.
Definitely want to try. Okay, so shifting gears now from craft to career. The business side, Amazon KDP, there are changes coming, right? June 10th, 2025.
Right. Big one. Royalties for print books under $9.99 USD drop from 60% to 50%. Ouch.
Yeah, that's significant. Books priced at or above $9.99 keep the 60% though.
And if you update anything after that date content, details you have to meet the new minimalist price rules.
So the bottom line here is really about pricing strategy, isn't it? That 10% cut on lower price books means you really have to think about where you set your price point to make it worthwhile.
It pushes you to maybe aim for that $9.99 or higher mark for print.
It seems like it. But there's a little bit of good news too. Printing costs for some paperbacks are going down. Standard color in the US, premium color in Europe.
So a mixed bag. Incentives for color, but tighter margins down low.
Pretty much. Okay, next big business question. The writer website. Do you need one? Especially when you're starting out.
Her take is probably not, right? Not immediately.
Right. If you're just beginning, focus your energy on building a platform elsewhere. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, share your journey, snippets of writing. Then, once you have a book published.
Then the website becomes crucial, like an information hub.
Exactly. For readers, for press, for agents, it's your professional home base.
And what absolutely needs to be on it.
Okay, essentials. A clear header, your name, photo, tagline setting the tone. Pages for each book definitely need the cover, description, reviews, and importantly, by links.
Makes sense. And the bio.
Third person, so important. Makes it easy for people to just copy and paste for articles or introductions. Put the key info right at the top. An email sign-up box. Maybe offer a freebie, a reader magnet, like a short story or deleted scene, to get people to subscribe.
Good idea.
And a contact form that forwards to your email, not your actual email address listed publicly. Avoid spam. Keep it clean, simple, easy to navigate. She suggests Wix.com as a user-friendly option.
And just to clarify, one website for the author, right? Not separate sites for every single book.
Oh yeah, definitely. Your author site is the umbrella. Feature all your books there, maybe organized by series if you have them. Make it easy for readers to find everything you write.
Okay. Another common question. Series versus standalone books.
She leans towards series doing very well. If they feature elements, readers want to return to a beloved protagonist, a compelling family, a fascinating setting.
People like familiarity.
Exactly. They know what to expect, they get invested.
Yeah.
She uses Downton Abbey as an analogy.
Right. The individual episode plots, but also that big overarching question about the estate's survival.
Yes, that kept people hooked season after season. A good book series can do the same thing, drawing readers back for the next installment.
Got it. And a quick but important publishing point, she clarifies copyright. Publishers don't usually take your copyright, do they?
No, that's a huge misconception she addresses. Copyright should stay with you, the author. What the publisher gets is a license permission to print and sell your work for a certain time, in certain places.
Unless it's explicitly a work-for-hire deal, which is different.
Right, and that needs to be crystal clear in a contract. But for standard publishing deals, you license rights, you don't sell your copyright. Crucial distinction.
Okay. And lastly, on the practical side, dedications. She skips them.
Yeah, she finds they do nothing for the reader. Instead, she sometimes uses an epigraph, a quote or verse at the beginning that hints at the theme, gives a little taste of what's coming. But hey, it's your book, your choice.
Fair enough. Okay, final section. The writer's mindset. This is so important, but often overlooked.
Totally. She brings up research on choking under pressure, citing psychologist Roy Baumeister.
And the idea is, when you consciously try to monitor something you normally do subconsciously.
Your performance tanks.
Like typing. If you think about every single letter, you slow right down.
Exactly. And she applies this directly to writing that first draft. If you're obsessing over every adverb, every adjective, trying to make it perfect while you're still creating.
You're basically tripping yourself up. You're engaging the wrong part of your brain.
Right. Creation and editing are different processes. The advice, let it flow. Get it down. Don't worry about perfection in the first draft. She quotes George Saunders,
Oh, I love his stuff.
saying the difference between published and unpublished writers is that the published ones overturn the tyranny of the first draft. They realize it just needs to exist first.
So give yourself permission. Permission to write badly, even.
Permission to write a horrible first draft.
Yeah.
Her analogy is great. It's like birthing a baby.
Messy process. You clean it up later, teach it manners, send it to finishing school. That's the revision process?
That's actually really freeing. Just get the raw material down. Incredibly freeing. Stop judging it while you're creating it. The artistry comes later, in the shaping and polishing.
And speaking of process, she also explains why her newsletters aren't, like, weekly.
Yeah, she's upfront about it. She's a full-time working writer. These newsletters happen in stolen moments, holidays, after deadlines. Quality over quantity.
Which is a good lesson for writers, too, right? Sustainable practice. You can't do everything all the time.
Absolutely. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Wow. Okay, that was a really rich deep dive into Angela Hunt's Write Well. So much practical stuff in there.
Yeah, from fun word facts like mondegreens, to deep craft advice on character needs and tension, to the nitty-gritty of KDP and websites.
It really hammers home that professional writing isn't just about, nice sentences.
Not at all. It's understanding people, mastering the techniques, navigating the industry, and crucially, managing your own psychology, your own mindset.
So reflecting on all that, what really stands out? For me, maybe the two desires framework for protagonists is sticking, or just the sheer relief of the horrible first draft permission.
Yeah, I think the inner journey stuff, the don't ask me to sentence for finding the hidden need, that's incredibly powerful. And also, her point about Fowler sticking to simple, direct, vigorous language, it's easy to forget the basics.
True. And she includes that Oliver Wendell Holmes quote.
Once stretched by a new idea, man's mind never regains its original dimension. Which is kind of the point of these deep dives, right? To stretch your thinking about writing.
Exactly. So for you listening, now that your mind is hopefully stretched a bit, what's one concrete thing from all this that you're going to try or think about differently in your own writing this week?
Maybe it's hunting down exclamation points. Maybe it's brainstorming conflicting desires. Maybe it's just allowing yourself to write freely without judgment for a session.
Whatever it is, we hope this deep dive gave you some valuable shortcuts and sparked some real aha moments for your writing journey.